Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I am really excited. Thank you so much. Yeah, to all my returning subscribers, you guys are awesome. Thank you for coming back to watch this video. And if you're new here and this is the first time you're seeing this face, my name is Ini and you are watching Parenting with Ini, where I get to share on my parenting experiences as well as give the platform to other amazing parents to be able to share their experiences as well. And in today's video, guys, obviously we have a guest in the house. It's been such a while we had a guest on this particular channel, but I'm so happy to be hosting her. You know, here she is. She's gonna be telling us about her labor and delivery story. I'm just so excited to hear the story as well. So without talking too much, let's give the platform to her to introduce herself.
First of all, thank you so much for having me. I feel so much humbled that you wanted me to do my story on your channel. What's up, guys? Welcome to this session. I'm so excited to be on her channel. And my people, if you see this face here, just subscribe to her channel. Give her the support.
Thank you.
So Ini wants me to talk about my delivery story, and my story was a funny one because for me it came, I was not expecting it. So naturally I had a date to go to the hospital for a clinic checkup.
Okay.
So like any other person, I took my book, I went to the hospital. So while at the hospital, after doing the examinations, like one up check, yeah, so the doctor told me that, you know what, you're not going home, we have to admit you right now.
Oh my goodness. So you were not prepared at all?
I was not prepared.
You didn't even carry your things?
No, I'd just gone with my book, as in the clinic book. So I was there, I was like, guy, I knew I was due in 2 weeks, so I had prepared my mind psychologically that I was due in 2 weeks. And being pregnant, you hear so many stories about the experience.
Yeah.
So I was scared, by the way. So when the doctor told me that they have to admit me, I was like, no, you're not going to admit me. I'm going back home, whether you like it or not. I'm going back home.
And you were not prepared. It wasn't even your due date yet.
No, I just went to the hospital like that. So I came out of the office. No, the doctor told me, gave me some few minutes to go outside the hospital, the room, prepare myself psychologically, make calls so that my baby clothes can be brought. So I went outside. I wanted to cry. I wanted to cry because I was not ready. I was not prepared for that pain, So I went outside, I spoke to my sister, I told her, you know what, I have to be admitted. Now you see, my sister is a funny one. She started laughing at me.
Oh my goodness. She wasn't even understanding what was happening.
Now everybody was laughing at me, and me, I was like, I'm going back home. I'm not remaining here. I'm not due yet. I'm doing 2 weeks. There's no way I'm going to remain here. So I went to I left the hospital. I went to the supermarket. I just wanted to get out of the hospital and feel, get some fresh air, So I went to the supermarket to look for some drinks. I was hungry. So, and in the process, I was also trying to let the facts sink in, So after going there, I took my all time there because I didn't want to get admitted. So I came back. It was around 5. Now the nurse,
in the evening now.
Yeah, in the evening. I had not been admitted yet because I was just doing my things because I was scared. So the nurse was on duty, asked my sister to call me because I was taking too much time. They told me that you have to hurry up because you don't have too much time. So I said, oh, it's okay. By that time, my sister said, gone back home to bring my baby clothes. Yeah.
But before you continue, why did the doctor say it is time? Had you already started? Was your cervix already opening up, or
you
what
see,
was the reason?
While going to the hospital, the plug had already come out. So I told the doctor, I think my plug has already come out. So she sent me to the nurse to conduct an exam on me. Then the nurse found out that I was dilating. I was 2 centimeters. So meaning that the baby was ready to come out. So they could not let me go home. But for me, that was a shock. I was not prepared.
Oh my goodness.
I was not prepared though. So, by evening, my sisters had already gone back home and brought me my stuff. So everyone was like, don't worry, don't be scared, take my dad. My God, my dad is an amazing one. So my dad had gone to a meeting. When he was told that I'm going to be admitted, he left the meeting and came to see me.
Wow.
Yeah, he came to see me. He talked to me. He gave me credit. I don't know for what reason, but he left me credit and told me that I should buy internet bundles. So that was in the evening. Everyone had already left. Now it's at 7 p.m. That's when the real thing began.
You're already in the hospital. You already have your support systems all around you.
I've been given the room.
You've been given the room. So
Wait
now,
here. So by the you know what, for me, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what is expected of me. So me, I was there in the maternity room, and I was having my panty on. So the nurse was like, "Why you put it on that? You're not, that's not needed in the hospital." I was like, "I don't know." So I removed it. Now every minute they came in, they would be like, come here, we have to check you.
Yeah,
but you see, for me, that whole experience was kind of disgusting, you know. People getting with their fingers, you know. I at first I was very uncomfortable. Then with time I just realized I have no option but to let them do their thing.
Was it a male nurse or a female nurse?
For me it was a female. I thank God. Because if it were a male nurse, I don't know what I would have done, because if with the female I was feeling embarrassed. With the male it would have been worse.
Actually, you know, you don't even feel anything, because at that point you just want your baby out and safe. So you don't even feel whether it is a male or a female. Like, it doesn't cross your mind.
Forget about
it is actually
everything.
After is when you're like, oh my goodness, wait a minute, that nurse was actually a male.
So after that, that was around 7, but my water broke at around 8. But for me, luckily for me, I had a very short labor. Like, I started feeling the pain at 7, then by 11:20 I was done.
7 p.m. to 11:20.
I was done.
And this was your first.
My first.
Your first
my
pregnancy.
First. I know.
Wow.
But I felt so much lucky, because there was a lady who was before me. Then she told me that she had been feeling the pain for 2 days. I was like, oh my God. Within a few hours, I feel like I'm losing my mind. So I don't know if I can survive the pain for 2 days.
No, actually, you had a very short labor. I mean, being the first time, because for me, my first pregnancy, I labored, and it took 21 hours. I know, right?
For me, I was lucky, because you see, the lady that came before me, she found me. I had just sat on my bed. I was reading a novel. You see, the pains were not that intense at that time. So she was like, "Why are you sitting down? As in, keep walking around so that you can speed up the process." I'm like, Then I remembered there's another friend who had told me the same thing. So I never sat down. I was just walking around, you know. So I felt like I was losing my mind. My ladies, if you're planning to get a child, start planning, start preparing yourself psychologically, you know, because it's not as in the result is a beautiful thing. You'd have your baby, but the process, for me, I felt like I was losing my mind with every contraction. I felt like I was losing myself, because I tell you guys, it's so it's so painful. So the contraction, as I've already said, that I didn't take so much, as it didn't take too long for me to get to the third stage. Is it the third? How many?
The 10 centimeters.
Yeah,
the full dilation.
Full dilation. So for me, I was checked only twice. So remember, in the morning when I went to the hospital, I was told that I was 2 centimeters. By the time I was getting admitted, it was 4. And that is by the time I was being checked again, my baby was coming out.
Wow.
My baby was coming out.
You are just so blessed.
Now you see, I think I've skipped something. You know, when the pains were coming, as in, I don't know where they too much, as in, you feel hot. Joto. How do you say Joto in English? Hot. You feel so hot. So I started telling the nurse, you know what, I just want to go take a shower. Let me go take the shower, because I don't know where that heat comes from, you know. So, and the nurse was like, no, you cannot take a shower. Then she left the room. When she came back, I started asking her, are there any painkillers?
Oh my goodness.
I want painkillers, because while I was going online, I used to see Kule Maju. There are some painkillers to them. So me, I just assumed that maybe there are also painkillers in Kenya. So I was like, nurse,
is it the epidural thing?
I don't know. I don't know what the type of painkillers, because while I was going online, I saw some parts where people were saying that there are some types of painkillers.
Okay.
So I asked the nurse, I want painkillers. The nurse was like, where did you ever hear that there are painkillers in the
because
labor?
maybe I'm surprised. Painkillers. I think what I know is that if you want a painless process contraction period, there's something called epidural. So they inject it into your back, your spinal cord, that area. Yeah, and so you go through the whole contraction process without any pain.
Does it have any side effects?
Of course, if it is not done well, it can affect your spinal cord.
So the nurse laughed at me and she was like, where did you hear that there are painkillers in the labor ward? So I felt embarrassed. Then I started I got back to reading the book, walking around. I never sat down. I was walking around. I was exercising a little bit. The way you shake your waist. So I was doing a lot until the nurse started telling me that I'm overworking the baby. So I was like, now what am I supposed to do? If I'm feeling the pain,
and all this while you had your support system, like your sister.
They had already left.
Also, you were alone all this while.
I was alone, alone. There's nobody to talk to. So the nurse was like, now you're overworking the baby. So, she told me that if you feel like you're tired, just go lie on the bed. I tried to lie down, but it was not working. But by then, by the time I was 10 centimeters, I didn't know. So you see, I was feeling the urge to push.
Yes.
I was feeling the urge to push, but
go for a long call.
Yeah. So I didn't know that is it.
Okay.
I was waiting for something bigger than what I was feeling. And the nurse was like, what are you doing? Kujapa will check you. So when they checked, they found that the baby was coming out. So the baby was coming out and I was not aware. So everyone was in a rush. Come. Hey! Now that is where I almost gave up. I was trying very hard. They were like, push me. I knew I was trying my best, but I was not just the baby. I was not giving the best shot maybe. So there was an extra nurse who was helping me to push. So I don't know how the baby came out. I just had this sound, like a loud gushing sound. Then the baby was out. I was like, hey, thank you, God. Because I was just this close to asking for a CS. I was about to give up. So there I was, that my baby boy was out.
Wow.
A cute little boy.
At what, how many kgs?
He was 3. He was 3 exact.
Wow.
3 exact.
Wow.
But I don't know if that's okay because they were saying that he's a boy. I don't know. He's supposed to be.
See, I think anything less than 2.5 is when the baby is underweight. But anything above 2.5 is good. It's good.
Yeah. So the baby was 3 kgs. He was looking amazing. And I just felt this excitement. And as in the pain just vanishes like
exactly.
As in you don't even know how the pain goes away. Then you are feeling the heat. Now you start feeling extreme cold. I don't know. Hey.
And hungry if you have not eaten.
Whether did I eat? I was given food, but I wasn't able to eat.
Yeah,
I took yogurt.
Yeah, even
So I felt nice. My boy was there. That's the best feeling I've ever felt in the world.
Wow.
Being a first mom, like this is your. It's so exciting.
Wow. Your story is just so like very very inspiring.
Yeah.
Because for first time mom and you had such an easy time. Like it sounds so easy. It sounds so easy. But of course the pain and the discomfort is there. But I mean, it's taking such a short period of time to be able to get your baby out, that's really amazing. Like you're just
somebody
so
should
blessed.
clap for me.
I know, right? Yeah, we should clap for you. But that's such a beautiful story. So what's your advice to another mom out there who is probably almost getting ready to give in birth? What would you like to throw in 1 or 2 advice to the person?
For me personally, I would say that be ready for anything. Most people, like, there's this stigma that people peg when people go for CS or something. As in, you see, there's just a way that people treat them. Not like, it's not, they don't consider it like a good way of giving birth. But now, as much as you may want to have a natural birth, be ready for anything. You may want the natural birth, but you may end up getting the CS. And then, while pregnant, always pray for your baby. As long as you get a healthy baby, you don't know. You're carrying a baby that you've never seen. Be ready for anything. If God blesses you, get a healthy baby, give thanks to God. And if God gives you a baby that maybe comes with a defect or something, that is still a baby from God. You don't know what the purpose of God is. Maybe God has very, very big plans for that baby. So be grateful. It's not easy. And also, maybe we can just be honest with people. the journey is not an easy one, because the entire pregnancy journey is always hectic.
Yeah.
So don't give up. Keep feeding yourself, keep taking care of yourself, so that you can have your baby at the end, because the final stage of the pregnancy is always the most beautiful part of it all.
Wow, thank you so much, Brenda. Thank you so much for sharing your story here. Like, for me, I'm actually inspired. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm like wowed, you know, by your story, because for me it didn't sound that easy. Yeah, like I told you, for me, my first pregnancy took like 21 hours. The second one, which I thought was much more easier, took quite a number of hours. But for you, your first one, like taking so short period, like I'm like,
I heard somebody say that if your first is easier, the second one will be tough. Is it
actually true? For me, I heard that when your first if it took longer, the second now should take shorter period.
Hey, I hope my second will also be the same, because I can't.
But the good thing was, with my second, I was in the hospital when I was already 7 centimeters. So all this while I was home. Yeah, I was home. I was actually dilating at home. Yeah, in the hospital I was already 7 centimeters. So I didn't stay in the hospital for so long. I stayed in the hospital for like 3 hours, and the baby was already out.
Me at 2 centimeters, I was bargaining if I can get admitted or not.
Anyway, thank you so much for sharing your story here. Like, I feel so inspired, and I hope you out there, you're also feeling inspired in one way or the other. If you are a parent to be, like your pregnancy almost due, you know, to give birth, we wish you the very best. So this is Brenda. Please check out our YouTube channel. She has a YouTube channel called Motivation with Brenda. Yeah, please go check it out. We'll leave the link in the description box. Just go and check that, check out her content, subscribe to her channel. Please subscribe to her channel.
And my guys, subscribe to Parenting with Ini.
Yes, please do. Thank you so much for accepting to feature on this channel. I'm really grateful. Thank you so much. So guys, thank you for watching. Leave a thumbs up, you know, like this video if you really loved to hear Brenda's story. Leave a sweet comment in the comment section. Subscribe to this channel if you've not yet done so, and also remember to turn on your notification bell. I'll see you in my next video. Until then, stay positive always.
Bye.